Hello everyone, today we are breaking down the promo pictures for episode 3 of The Last of Us, but before that remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada. Let's get to it. The first photo we see is Bill holding a shotgun. If you remember from the preview trailer, Bill is going to check one of his traps that he has around his base, and that is where he first meets Frank. This episode is going to span over some time. There will be multiple time jumps. We are going to see how Frank and Bill first met, how they know Joel and Tess, and the current time the show takes place in as well. In the next shot, we see Frank and Bill together sitting at a piano. So this is after the two initially meet. Bill decided not to kill or shoo Frank away. Bill is very standoffish, he is a loner. He is one of those doomsday preppers who was ready for the world to turn to crap. Frank is much more normal, I would say. Frank is kind of opening Bill up, sanding those edges down so he can be more personal and more out there. In the next shot, we see Bill, Frank, and Joel eating food together. We can see the same glass in the bottom left corner of Joel's picture. This takes place before Joel and Ellie first meet. You can tell because Joel's hair isn't gray like it is in the current timeline. Remember, these guys have been smuggling together for quite some time, so this could be the first meeting between them, discussing how their partnership is going to work. In the next shot, we see Joel leaving Bill and Frank's compound. This is the same time as the dinner. They are wearing the same clothes. We see that Tess was also here as well at this meeting. She is in the background talking with Frank. From the teaser trailer, we know that Joel tells Bill to be careful, that when people find out about this place, they will come for it. And they will be armed and they will be dangerous. Bill tells Joel that him and Frank should be fine. Joel knows how this world works. If scavengers see this place and see it's only manned by 2 people, of course they are going to attack and try to loot their stuff. Bill, on the other hand, is confident in his defenses to hold off any attacker. Remember from the first shot, Bill has this place booby-trapped. It is going to take a lot for someone to get in there. In the next shot, we see Frank next to Bill. Bill is bleeding. He seems to have been shot. From the preview trailer, we know people do try and raid their base, and we get to see all of the traps Bill has set up for this occasion. The fence is electrified. There are flamethrowers around it, which I have to say is a pretty good defense. From the preview trailer, we know Frank and Bill shoot at the intruders as well. It seems Bill was wounded in this fight. In the preview trailer, he says to call Joel and Tess, which links back to the first episode. At the end of the first episode, we hear an 80s song come over the radio. Bill and Frank would send Joel coded messages with this radio for smuggling goods. 60s songs meant no new stock, 70s meant new stock, and 80s songs meant trouble. But Joel had already left with Tess and Ellie before he got this message. So depending on when Ellie and Joel arrive at Bill and Frank's, the two could be very injured or perhaps dead. In the next shot, we are back to the current timeline. We see that Joel and Ellie are still traveling. They are on foot and come across a bunch of skulls and bones that were burnt. Now, this could be other survivors burning their dead who got infected, or it could be raiders who murdered a bunch of people and burned their bodies after they were through with them. It's hard to say. In the last photo, we see that Ellie has her flashlight on in a dark room. From the preview, we know Ellie comes face to face with a stalker next episode. A stalker is the second stage of infection. It takes about 2 weeks to reach this stage. The infected start to look a lot less human at this stage. There is a significant amount of fungal growth around the eyes. Also, the fungal can sometimes break the skull, which we see here. So it seems Ellie will be alone at some points during the next episode. Maybe Joel does not want her to hear the conversations between him, Bill, and Frank, so he sends her off. But Ellie is a teenager and teens do not like to listen, so it seems Ellie might be somewhere she isn't supposed to be. So are you excited for episode 3? Leave it down in the comments below, and if you want more Last of Us content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.